Hey, so I saw something yesterday that got me thinking about procedures and specifically why procedures exist. Now, you're probably thinking the obvious answer to that is procedures exist to help workers perform work successfully and to the standards that they're required and do it safely, right? And that's what a reasonable answer. But I saw this story yesterday, came across my news feed that I read on my iPad, and it was about a mechanic working in a repair shop. And he was describing the instructions he got from the manufacturer on how to install a bolt on a crankshaft. And I'm just going to read it to you verbatim. Okay. It says install the new crankshaft bolt, torque to 103 foot-pounds, then loosen 90 degrees. Torque to 74 foot-pounds, then tighten 90 degrees. Pause for 2/10 of a second, then tighten an additional 15 degrees. Wow. If you've listened to me any at all, you have probably at some time heard me say something like, the secret to minimizing human deviation is to make it easy for people to do the right thing and hard for them to do the wrong thing. That set of instructions does just the opposite. It's literally impossible for a mechanic to do that. So why does that procedure exist? And turns out that he dug into it, and the procedure was written that way because that's the specifications they use to program an automated torquing fixture that was used at the factory during the initial assembly of that engine. Does that help the mechanic in the field do his job successfully? So here's what I got to thinking, and I've seen some examples of this, and you probably have too. Do our procedures really exist to help the worker do their job successfully, or do they exist to document an engineering specification? Do they exist to satisfy a regulatory requirement? Do they exist to serve as a historical record of everything that's gone wrong in the past? Do they simply exist to cover our ass so that when something goes wrong, we can point at the procedure and say, worker didn't follow the procedure? Because what I'll guarantee you is if that bolt fails later on in the life of that car, somebody's going to go back and ask the mechanic, did you follow that procedure? And the procedure is completely unworkable. So here's what I'd ask you to do. Think about the work you do in your workplace. Go pull a couple procedures and ask yourself, what purpose does this procedure serve? Or better yet, go to the workers and ask them about their procedures and ask them what purpose it serves. And if it doesn't serve to make their work easier, safer, more successful, then what can we do to change that? Because the procedure shouldn't exist to cover our ass when something goes wrong. The procedure should exist to help workers do successful work. So go talk to your workers about it. See what they say. Thanks.